Let's talk with Rick Nickerson here. Bottoms up. Well, culture. I love the idea of talking about your culture, man.
I got to say, just real quick, Manny, shaking your hand where he's here in the studio. I get to see him. I've been on the show for a long time, and I do have to say that I have loved your work. It's amazing to see, and what you've done with that idea in the short period of time is a true success story. It reminds me a lot of us. 10 years ago, I want to shake your hand and say, guys, it's amazing what they do. Look these guys up for Bray Frameworks. It's amazing. I've been admiring your work for a while. And it's good to
the entrepreneur spirit, man, everybody who starts a business, I mean, you can put 4 years into college or you can start your own business and live the American dream.
Yeah. Absolutely, I like that.
It's amazing to see, and you know, it reminds me a lot of us. And what I want to talk about, and like you had mentioned, those core values. We started a business 10 years ago, like you said, on a Women of Prayer with a machine and a dream. We saw a niche in the market that wasn't being fulfilled, and it's floor removal. It was always just assumed that somebody else was going to do it, the retail store, the real estate agent, the project manager, the homeowner. And nobody was fulfilling that obligation, that niche in the market, to where somebody's going to come in and going to remove your floor fast, efficient, with the know-how, with the machinery and equipment, to do it in a neat, clean manner. And we saw that. We saw that many years ago, and we've been blessed now. We're 3 divisions, Fort Myers, Sarasota, now Tampa Bay is our largest division. And yes, to answer your question from earlier, East Coast, let's do it. We're going to be all over the state of Florida. Slow and steady growth is my motto. And we come in, and if it's commercial or residential, doesn't matter. If you've got a need, if you've got a floor that needs to be removed, we're here for you. And I wanted to talk about that entrepreneurial spirit because people, a lot of times in business, Brandon, they know what they do, right? And their team knows what they do. And that's very important. Of course, you know, you want to be a professional, but do you know who you are? I'm very strong on core values, coming from a teaching and education background, posting, so that I'm a visual person. So in every one of my shops, I've got our core values posted everywhere. Anywhere where there's an open wall, let's put some core values up there. Let's be thinking about it. Right on the very top, and I don't know if you have a picture of this, but you know, we post these everywhere.
Bottoms up.
Yep.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing is kind of my motto. I say it every day. Being from that background, I sit down with my crews every day, and we talk about it in a quality circle. I've got 30 to 40 guys sitting there every morning, and I point to that because I want people that care. It starts with that, and you know, in today's economy, that's going to cost you a little more. We talked about that a little bit last week about, you know, if you want quality people, you should take care of your quality people and pay them what they're worth, and make them feel a part of the team, not just financially, but bring them into your family and make them feel a part, so that when that extended family goes out into the community and performs a service for you, that's what you do.
That's right.
But it shows you who you are by how you do it and how you interact with those individuals.
Yeah, having a great working environment, and your employees are really going to enjoy that. And you don't want everybody to come to a place where they don't want to come to work. You want to make it seem like a place where they don't mind coming. It is a job. You got to make money in order to live. But make it a place where they want to come, enjoy it,
and have fun and laugh.
Yeah, have fun.
That's
and
the
laugh.
thing my wife brings to our team is she has that, you know, that fun side that she brings, and she tries to have that with our team, and that's great. You know, people really resonate towards that.
And I believe in that. And you know, we several years ago we had a problem with that when we were just starting out. You know, I mean, gosh, we were 6, 8, 10. We walked in one day and we fired everybody. And we said, you know, we're going to start over because we're not doing it the right way, and we're not going to go to work and not be happy. And, you know, we were blessed ever since then. And, you know, like I said, when you've got 60, 65 people and they've all got the same common goal and they all share the same core values, and I'll just go through mine real quick. Safety will never be compromised when you're working around a 2,200-pound piece of steel that's got a blue steel blade on it that could chop your foot off. Well, safety shouldn't be compromised. We've got 5,000-pound lift gates where we transport these machines to and from job sites each and every day. Safety will not be compromised. The big one is ethics and integrity. You know, I always talk to guys and I look them dead in the eye and I say, if you remember two things. Don't ever lie to me and don't ever steal from me.
Yes.
I'll give you the shirt off my back. Yep. All right. But, and that says something about you. You know, honest and honorable. You know, if you are honest and honorable, you never have to lie ever again, because everything that you've ever spoke is the truth.
Exactly.
And people want to deal with that. They want to look you in the eye and know that you're honest, to the point of pain sometimes, but they'd rather know the truth than to lie and scheme. So those things all, commitment to your teammates. We go out in 3 or 4 man crews every day. Don't be the weakest link, you know, be there for your guys. And we live that each and every day. I talk about that. Do your part, Wolfpack mentality, go out there. And if you don't hunt, you don't eat. Let's make sure that we're there for our guys each and every day. Let's get the job done the right way.
That's great.
Preservation of company resources, self-explanatory. You know, don't waste it. Treat it like your own. Customer service and fiscal responsibility. We talk about it all the time. The customer is always number one.
Yes.
You would not be in front of their house, in their parking lot, in their home unless they called you.
Yes.
We're providing a service from start to finish. Remember that we are there for them. And if you can remember these things, and then finally, quality focused, treat it like your own. Do it like, you know, and if you hire these people that care, that have these qualities, and they treat it like their own, how can you go wrong with your quality? Your quality is going to be there. So I think a lot of times companies focus on the what and not the who they are. And I think that this is synonymous with that. When you are focusing on core values each and every day, and from a management all the way down, and then you live it. Don't just speak it. You live it.
That's right.
You're going to provide that service, and it's going to take care of itself. Your company's going to grow and prosper. Your people are going to be happy, and you're going to go to work. And actually, a wise man told me a long time ago, Rick, if you do something that you love, right, you'll never work another day in your life. And I know that sounds cliche, but it's so true. I love getting up at 5:30 in the morning, being on the line at 7 o'clock, and see those trucks loading up and shaking hands and giving dap to my guys and thanking them for what they do, making a tough job and making it look easy.
Well, that sounds great, man, and it's very evident in your responses. If you look online, a lot of your reviews are all positive, and the feedback from listeners that we've received, everything's all good, man, and I love that. I love the fact that you have those meetings and you have that coaching mentality. I think you're basketball player. Played hoops, so you bring that into the business field, as a lot of ex-athletes do, and we do here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, being that consumer quarterback that could put you in touch with the highest quality, the best possible contractors in the Bay Area. Real estate, mortgage, credit, estate planning, tax planning, whatever you need, reach out to us, consumerqb.com, and we're going to put you in touch with the best in the Tampa Bay region and the Gulf Coast of Florida here on the Consumer Quarterback. Lightning round. All right, here we go. Top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom. Diane Vance, Fairway Independent Mortgage.
Yeah, mine is friends don't let friends rent. And build your own wealth instead of your landlord's. So give me a call or look at my website, dianevance.com. My phone number is 727-647-8199. I'd be more than happy to show you how much you can afford.
Good stuff. dianevance.com. Rick Nickerson, Bottoms Up.
Parting words, just wanted to say thank you for the opportunity. If you've got a project in the Tampa Bay area or anywhere on the west coast of Florida and you're getting floors removed, whether it be commercially or residentially, look up the flooring experts at bottomsup.com. www.bottomsup.com. That's BOTTOMZUPP.com. We're here for you. As I talked about earlier in the segment, our core values mean a lot to us. And if you want to protect your biggest investment, which, let's face it, that is your biggest investment, your home, let guys that have integrity, commitment to excellence come into your home, do it the right way. And listen, I won't rest until you're happy. Look us up. We've got a virtual website with videos, and you can meet the team. And I've got you even on the show. I've got the Consumer Quarterback Show. You can meet us. You can write anything that you'd like to us, we'd love your comments. We'd love your opinion. We're here for you, www.bottomsup.com.
Now, follow-up question. Is that for tile and wood flooring only, or does it with carpet removal?
I always say anything under your feet, we have got you covered.
Okay, I like it. All right. Manny Fabre Frameworks.
So one thing is there's a lot of real estate photography companies popping up. Don't go with the small guy or the one-person operation, because a lot of times if they fold, you lose all your information and everything, and now you're in really big trouble. We have 126 Google reviews. We got over 169 Facebook recommendations. 3 years in business. We know how to be consistent, efficient, and reliable. FabreFrameworks.com. Use us. We're the easy button for real estate photography.
Yeah, I like that. The easy button. And, we need more easy buttons in our life these days, right? When it comes
I think I'm all over the place.
Yeah, we need more easy buttons. And I think so many times business owners and managers, sales folks, and, we also are husbands, wives, dads, moms, we get caught up in the minutia with daily life and business. And I kind of wanted to talk to our salespeople out there, people that are in sales. If you are in sales, one of the toughest positions in all of business is that salesperson, that frontline person that's out there making things happen, getting deals signed, getting that ink on the contract. So I wanted to talk to you today in the lightning round about how you can increase your revenue. One thing that I've really focused my energies on over the years is really and drawing on my business mastery courses that I've done with Tony Robbins and one of my top mentors there, is the power of focus. The more that you focus on that one thing, the more that you focus on the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule. Back in, if you haven't heard the story, it's just an amazing story. Can you think about this? Imagine in 1895, a gentleman by the name of Wilfredo Pareto, he coined this term, the 80-20 rule, and he came out and he said that he noticed that in Italy at the time, 20% of the people owned 80% of the land and the wealth. And he said, how can this be true? And he looked at it and he says, and the thing that's cool about the Pareto principle, that 80-20 rule, is it really breaks down into your life and your business and across all areas of life. If you think about it, 20% of the people drink 80% of the beer. You got 20% of the people commit 80% of the crime. The 80-20 rule is everywhere, and it's also in your life and your business. So if you're a salesperson, you got to really figure out, out of those 10 things, if you wrote down what do you do every day, top 10 things, there's going to be 2 or 3 things that really stand out. They're going to drive your success. It's going to drive that needle to the success side of your business. You got to figure that out and just focus on those minor, or those 2 or 3 things. That's my nugget of advice here in the lightning round. All right, we got another round here for us. So, Diane, back to you. Top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom.
Well, just make sure to analyze how much you're paying in rent and see what you can purchase in a home or condo or whatever it is. Just build your own wealth.
Yeah, build your own wealth. That's key. I think, and we touched on it earlier, but just to elaborate is, you may not, once you have that first starter home, you live in that first place, you may not want to sell that home. Here I am, a realtor, telling you not to sell, right?
Right.
But I'm saying, hey, if you want to build wealth, you might want to keep that property as an investment, go out and buy another home. Now, you can do that through conventional loans as long as you have a rental agreement, right?
That's correct, yes. Yeah. As long as you show it on your tax return, we can use it to offset the payment.
I like it. Yep. Build wealth through that. And also buying up to 4 units. Instead of just buying a single family home or a duplex, buy a triplex or a quad. Now you got 3 rentals, 4 rentals.
Streams of
in.
income.
That's right.
That's correct.
All right, back to Rick. Bottoms up.
Well, Brandon, I want to echo off what you just said with your sales, helping that sales team out there, those guys that are doing it. I remember, early on, I understand that you've got to pitch, you've got to drive this hard line, and you've got it all worked up, and you know exactly what you're going to say. But just remember this: focus on what's important. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
Big point.
And listen to what your customer's saying. Listen to what's important to them, and then you can actually meet every single one of their expectations if you are listening. And you can have a great speech, and you can come across as very intelligent, and your product and all that kind of thing, but know what your customer wants first.
Yeah.
Listen and remember that it's about relationships. You're a human being.
That's
they're
true.
a human being. See them as that, and focus on the things that are important to them, and make sure that you fulfill that obligation in each and every sale that you come across, and I think you'll be successful in that.
Great words of wisdom there. I like that. I like that, Coach. Manny Fabre Frameworks.
So I'm going to do the sales too. I mean, I always admired Ray Kroc from McDonald's, so I just wanted to say, he always said persistence is what got him McDonald's.
Yeah.
And I believe that 100%. If you're persistent with what Mark Cuban says, with laser focus, you can do anything you want. And you can create that American dream, no problem.
That's true.
So, don't ever give up. And just because you go to school doesn't mean that you have to do what you went to school for.
Yeah.
School's a great base.
Yeah.
But never give up on being your own boss.
Yeah, that's true. There's so much to be said for, controlling your schedule. You got the kids' soccer games, whatever it might be, weekend events,
controlling your own destiny.
That's right.
Exactly.
So we got a little bit of time left here. So let's ask you that. I want to go around and ask that question. What is the American dream to you?
The American dream to me is actually being happy with your family. Family first, always. And, it's not just about money, but it's about being comfortable and giving back to the community and helping others.
I like that. Diane Vance. Rick Nickerson.
The American dream for me is growing up a poor kid in a rich community here in Clearwater Beach, Florida. I was, the son of a flooring installer, carpet installer. Very proud of that. My dad taught me a lot of work ethic, a lot of things that a lot of summers for some kids is, hey, let's go to the beach house. Mine was, hey, go get in the truck.
That's right.
He taught me a lot of work ethic and things. So the American dream for me was to go to college, to get educated, see the world. Did both through the military and through college. And the American dream is, like I touched in my core values.
Yeah.
All right. Find a place find something that you love to do and go do it and be happy in it.
I love it. Real quick, Manny Fabre.
The American dream is freedom of time. It cannot be beat.
Yes, I like that. Freedom of time. And it's that work-life balance that you have. And Diane, like you said, family. It's so important. Hey, another great show. I want to thank Diane Vance, Fairway Independent Mortgage, Rick Nickerson, Bottoms Up, Manny Fabre Frameworks, all of our listeners, our viewers, our producers out there, everybody behind the scenes. We want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Pack up some food or clothing. Carry it with you to and from your commute. Maybe donate some blood. Volunteer. There's so many ways you can get involved. Be a force for good in the community. Do something kind for one another, and continue to tune into our show right here. Follow us online at Brandon Rhymes 1 on Instagram and Twitter. Consumer Quarterback Show pages out there, and we'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show, weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.